imagine one of you as a question. Just give me something else to talk about. Yeah, perfect.
During your Nerdist interview, you talked about a sort of like Captain Hook prequel.
Yeah, Mayweather.
You took us through this whole story. It was really great.
I didn't even do the whole story. I didn't talk about what happens to the saboteur.
Oh, really? Well, what happened with that?
Mayweather?
Anything happened with that? And tell us the rest of the story about the saboteur then.
Well, no, I just made that up for fun. You need to understand, I have a cool ability, and I've had to accept that it's an ability, and I don't have any shame about it, which is that I can make up a movie that sounds pretty cool really quickly. I don't have all the bones of it, and God knows I probably couldn't write it, but I can pitch it real quick. Like quick. And it's not necessarily a great movie, but it does sound like a real movie. Have you ever had one of your friends, that's my talent. If I have a talent, other than being able to talk forever, which is not it's a curse, it's that I can do a cool thing where I make up a cool sounding movie really quick. And the biggest problem is that a lot of my pitches, because I'm a total fanboy, I'm like completely, a lot of my pitches are like, well, if I could take this property and do whatever I wanted with it, how would I do that? Except for they're not properties I own. Except for then last year, I came up with one of them, and I thought, that could be a property I could get. And it took a year, but I got it.
Is that something you can talk about?
No. But remember that I said this now. Mayweather will never be movies, but if they were, one of my favorite things I would have revealed in them, which is pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, Mayweather is a pitch that I did. You can hear it, it's Max Landis' Pitch's adventure movie. And it was cool because it's Captain Hook. It explains how Captain Hook and the pirates of Neverland ended up there. And they're completely sympathetic, and you feel really bad for them. And they're really complicated characters. And Pan and the Lost Boys are more like flying Lord of the Flies, and extremely dangerous. And Pan is a manipulative sociopath who reminds James Mayweather, who he calls Hook, after Mayweather loses his hand saving a child. He calls him Hook, but he reminds Mayweather of his son who died while he was off at sea as a naval commander. They're also not pirates. They're just in a pirate ship because they're on a secret mission. But they're like nice people. And they're just terrorized by these kids. But one of the things that I really wanted to reveal at the end, because the first movie would be the origin of Captain Hook. Second movie is Peter Pan. And it's Wendy and the Darlings get brought in, except for they're kidnapped. And the reason Peter wants Wendy is because she can break realities. The fact that she could come with him, she can break through reality to get to Neverland. She doesn't know this, except when Captain Hook sees these people, he asks them, like, what year are you from? And they're like, 1937. And he's like, well, I got shipwrecked in 1791. It's only been a year in Neverland. And he figures out that a year in Neverland is like 100 years in the real world. And that's why Peter Pan won't leave Neverland. Because he got stranded there initially, and that's why he takes the Lost Boys to keep him company. And they don't know that their parents are long dead. They think they can leave Neverland whenever they want. But Peter knows that he's trapped there. And that, the longer time you spend there. So of course the third movie, when they leave Neverland, it's 2014. It's like the crazy pandemonium. It's like, it's a cool idea. It's movies that are separated by 100 years. I don't know. That was my favorite idea in that, except that I also really like the idea, in that Neverland is a place that exists outside of chronological time. Just in general, I love ideas like that, which is funny because I don't watch Doctor Who, although Karen Gillan is a cool person.